Hello, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, and today I'm going to talk about this idea of going all in on your desired reality. Quite a typical thing that you normally, or maybe not that normally, hear in reality creation circles. But I really wanted to give my spin on it, because of my channel. So, sometimes you want something. You want a relationship, you want a dream, a life you can feel in your very bones and your blood pulsating through you like it's a raging wildfire, right? You really want that. That's what you really want, right? I'm not saying what you want is what you really want, but the manner in which you want it is a raging wildfire of epic proportion of passion, right? You want that. Why wouldn't you want that? Why would you want to go through life where a single page in your story is boring? You don't. And at first, it feels cool, it feels wonderful, it feels real, it feels like you lit up everything, like, right? It feels like there was so much light that you could see every corner of your being, and then the light relaxes, or you become relaxed with the light. What happens then? Fear creeps in, What if it doesn't happen? What if I'm asking too much? What if I should just settle? And without even noticing, start to bargain with life, start to bargain with yourself, really, bargain with God that's out there. Maybe I should water down my desire, right? And you do this, maybe you haven't seen a specific person in like a year or two or something, and you say, okay, I wanted a relationship, but I miss her as my friend anyway, so maybe I should just be friends with her. Maybe I should just say, okay, let's just be friends, and then you try to will that into your life. Maybe I can't be a billionaire. Maybe I should just hope for like a couple of thousand a month, and then that's great because that's a lot more than other people have. I should feel happy with that one. I should feel happy with what I have because other people don't have. That's such nonsense. You know, Maybe it's just a taste of love, not the whole thing. Maybe it's just like holding a hand, not this passionate behind closed doors thing that I want. Here's the truth: your state of being is what creates reality. Reality is a complete reflection to you. It is a complete reflection to you. And I understand this point where you may not have felt reality being a complete reflection of you in the way and the wantingness in how you wanted it to be reflected. I understand that. It is still a reflection of you, and if you're willing to believe and keep going and just be the reflection, be what is reflected, the thing that's being reflected, be that identity. Reality is unfolding perfectly and reflecting that. So just be that reflection, right? Not your thoughts, not your negotiations. Those aren't what create reality. Your state of being is what creates reality. You can bargain as much as you want, and you can compromise internally as much as you want, but it's only going to reflect a watered down version of what you ask for. Now, here's the thing: it doesn't necessarily mean that if you want a relationship with your specific person and then you compromise and say, I want friendship, it doesn't mean reality is going to unfold friendship now because you wanted less. It's actually going to give you the experience, and that could be part of the experience, but it's going to give you the experience of feeling lack, slowing down, compromise, dimness, right? It's not going to give you that necessarily. It may give you that. I don't know what's going to unfold for you, but I know that if you have the feeling of compromising and bargaining, it's going to give you an experience of compromising, bargaining, because you are going to experience the lack of it. So if you imagine yourself to be a shooting star, right, burning through the sky, unstoppably alive, when you start to settle, you don't just not reach where you wanted to go. You don't even reach where you now think that you should be. You just stop. You just stop burning as a shooting star. You're no longer a shooting star. You're just an inert rock flying, floating through space and time as if nothing comes from you, right? And that's not true. You stop being the star at all. Reality responds to your energy, and if you don't have the energy within and knowing, as a knowing, not just like hyperactive energy, but just as this grounded persistence in your own knowing that I am source, I am the reflection, and I choose to go forward, opposed to compromising and slowing down and literally feeling as if I'm going backward while reality is going forward, right? It's not halfway there. It's either I am or I am not. You can't fake fire, right? There's nothing in the world that can really make you feel warm other than heat. You can't fake it. Might be the appearance of it, but you're still faking it, right? So Know that the heat is there. Go all in. Love all in. Dream all in. Like, really, what makes you tickle? What tickles you inside? Let it tickle you. What you want actually, want what you want actually without apology. No matter what that is, right? It's in your imagination. Don't not want what you want in how you want it. I understand also that sometimes you don't even know what you want, but you know what you want, but you don't actually know how you want it, right? You kind of just you realize you realize at some point you don't actually have a ceiling, but it's like, oh, okay, I don't have a ceiling. Where do I stop imagining? That's kind of a weird place to be. Like, I don't have a ceiling in love. I don't have a ceiling in wealth. I don't have a ceiling in health. I don't have a ceiling with anything. Where's the finish line of what I want? You know what I mean? It's like I actually want to experience what I want somewhat, but I don't know where to stop. It's kind of a funny, interesting, fun place to be honest. Right. So as we go, yeah. You are here to blaze right through it, pulsing, flying, creating everything you want truly, and that you truly desire. I'm reading a script and I'm just ad-libbing as I go. It's making me laugh today. I'm not sure why. It really is. Right, so no breaks, no bargaining, no go full throttle all the way in, and you are meant to be a star. Start acting like it, right? And I really just want to dial back to this idea again. When you realize how unlimited your imagination is, you may actually get to the point, which is what I just realized this moment, is that you don't actually have a finish line. You have an end in mind, and that end is always evolving. The end's always evolving, but the end isn't changing. Right? Your end is always evolving, but it's not changing. The end is always the same. Well, the end that you're specifically choosing. You may choose another end, and that's fine. But you're always choosing a specific end that's always evolving, and the more you go all in, the more you actually witness and experience that all in end within, and then that within is what's out without. It is a one-to-one. It is that. So go all in on your reality. Don't hold back. Be a fire that burns through everything, including whatever doubt and fear that you have, because they all within you too. That being said, I am your host Reese. This is Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. And much love, much light. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the subscribing. Thank you for the following. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for joining my TikTok page. Thank you for joining the Facebook group. If you want to get a hold of me and ask me questions, you can email me at rewriteyourreality111@gmail.com. That being said, much love, and I will see you all in the next one.